Okay, here we are at Clarke Auction. This time we're previewing Sunday, November the 8th sale. This sale starts at 10 a.m. Once again, we are loaded. 700 lots last sale. This sale we're coming up on 600. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Here we are. We're going to start off this. This is one of a pair of end tables by a mid-century maker called Edmund Spence. We have the whole bedroom set. So we have the high chest, pair of end tables, low chest. Here we have, from way upstate, we have this wonderful sideboard, Danish modern teak. This sideboard came with this table, which is by Hans Olsen. Lovely the way the chairs fit in nicely. You don't see them in there. Before we leave this sideboard, I'm just going to focus on this ark. I believe it's an Italian monument. Beautiful Grand Tour bronze, absolutely wonderfully executed with the writing here in the chariot. Didn't see a signature on it. Atop the Hans Olsen table, we have this wonderful terracotta. I believe it's by Camoin. Here, I brought this out here so as you get the size. This is by Afro Salato. Wonderful piece of glass. Over here, more mid-century. On each side, we have a pair of hardwood yoke chairs, Chinese hardwood yoke chairs. Not overly old, but good weight. Nice, great patina on the chairs. Top of this, we have this Erte bronze. Nice original patina. This will go with some of Will's Erte prints. Here, this came from way out in Long Island, out in Hewlett, I believe. This is by Luigi Frulini. Wonderful, wonderful carving. He's an Italian carver, one of the best. We also have a pedestal, very rare piece this. Below it, it's sitting on top of a Saruk carpet. Lots of carpets in this cell. Lots of everything in this cell. I'm going to try and go nice and slowly with you. So here we have one of two pianos. This is in great shape, sounds great. It's a Yamaha, comes with the bench. Here we have a three panel painting, in case Will admits it because the panel, he might miss it not being in the regular arts, by Chapman. Okay, in the main room, look at Whitney over there, busy bee once again. She's got hundreds of lots of jewelry in silver. She's out there hunting. Okay, right here, mid-century, signed Silas Shondell, nice big coffee table. Atop of it, a sculpture by a guy called Roger Prince. Looks like me waiting on the guys to come into work. Okay, here we'll try and go through the smalls. We have lots of Asian stuff that Whitney will get to. Over here, we have this wonderful bronze centerpiece. Bronze reclining nude here. The names and stuff you will get. You go to clarkeny.com. Beautiful pair of Art Nouveau candlesticks. Below here, we have a Nantucket by Jose Reyes, Ar Lalique. Below here, a wonderful Royal Vienna three-piece, I believe, porcelain centerpiece, pair of vases. Up here, this pot is by an artist called Hirondelle. We have Baccarat glass. This magnificent set here is by Ginori. I believe it's called Khedive. We have a huge selection of very rare sets, so Clarke NY again, view that. Here, I love this piece here. It's a bird. Forgotten the artist, nice mid-century bird. We've English porcelains, more bronzes. We have this Caldwell Humidor. We have Herond porcelain. We have bronze horses, Lalique. These pair of urns here are by Barbidien. Look at the wonderful gilding on those. We have this large piece of dome. And here we have, this is Leonardo Rosen. Beautiful big piece of glass, but a little bit has a slight chip on it. Not huge, but slight. Okay, in the mid-century, we have this parchment cabinet. It's in wonderful shape with the brass trim. Sitting atop of it, Anthony Padovano marble abstract sculpture. This piece here is by Mastercraft. I believe it's by Bernard Rhone, R-H-O-N-E. Just to give you an idea of the size of the sculpture, the name is on the bottom. It's great. I know it's called, we won't even get into it. Go to clarkeny.com, but look at the patina on this. Here, for any of you big loft owners, there's a wonderful pair of Brutalist metal sconces. Nice big size. That looks like what we would fish lobsters with when we were kids in Ireland. Okay, here, I love this table. This is Italian, probably from the 70s. Look at the detail underneath and the nice lines. Got to be seen on a beautiful floor. Not that we don't have beautiful floors. Here we have a nice big mid-century lamp. Here we have Leonard Baskin bronze. This here, this wall unit came from Bedford. This is Paul Evans. It's dated, signed PE and dated 73. More nice mid-century lighting here. We have for our used furniture, we have this Chippendale style mahogany pagoda top etagere cabinet. Lots of nice used furniture in this sale. We have a nice pair of these, diminutive would be the nice little word for them, I would say. Reverse painted pair of cabinets, bamboo formed desk, demi-lune, pair of demi-lune bamboo tables. This clock is very nice, wonderful movement, nice big high carved case, but I believe it's by an artist called Dudeville, French, an important clock. Adams style furniture. Just yesterday these came in, a set of 8. I thought at first when they walked in the door they were Nakashima, but in actual fact they're Thone and they're in an oak. So they haven't seen a set like that, might be rare. This is sort of in the style of Horner. We've got a lot of nice carves, so it came from the same estate as the Luigi Ferrellini. At top of this is very heavy duty bronze, probably bags or bag. Nice big carved mirrors, we've got English barometers, Regency furniture. This just came in the other day, very as is, but got to be a good maker. I didn't find a signature on it, but I've been too busy hunting stuff to go out looking for signatures, but we will have this nice barrel top secondary. That's paper there, it could be taken off, but nice with the pocketry and the large plaque. We have Biedermeier chairs. A pair of these carved cabinets came from where once again, the Frullini. I love that name. Okay, we'll sling down here. Wonderful bronze chandelier came from Great Neck in Long Island. Figure with a nice patinated center, ebonite center. At the bottom here, Mastercraft, once again, Bernard Roan coffee table. Regency little etageres. Another chandelier, just as good a quality as the last one, but from this one actually came from the Hamptons. Okay, we have Louis XV style chairs and ottomans, more mid-century chairs. We have 2 ships in crates. These came from the same estate in Riverdale as the Antonio Jacobson ship painting and the other ship painting by the female artist. We'll go through those. Once again, keep an eye on the old carpets, nice Kashan under here. We have this wonderful piece of Chinese hardwood furniture, finely carved here. Baker pair of upholstered chairs. Artemidi, Italian lamps. See, I should have been Italian with all this accents. Here we have 2 of these cabinets. These came from a New Rochelle estate by Saint Laurent, or some name like that. We have a pair of these Chesterfield sofas. Nice to have them in white. I love this pair of chairs here, sort of with a silk upholstery, down-filled, very, very comfy. Big Saruk carpet. We have this good-looking fella here. Oh, look, that monkey in me. Nice polychrome monkey. Wonderful pair of bentwood chairs there. This good-looking girl here lying down on the coffee table, overworked. Clarke staff by Ella Tulin. Beautiful patina on that, sitting on top of a nice Carl Springer lucite table, sort of skyscraper style legs. There's our second chair. Asian furniture, once again, we have this really, really beautifully carved, highly carved is the word. It looks like a rooster, a hen in there. Lift top, food dogs on the ends of it. Back here again, we have another Saint Laurent table on top of a nice pair of hardwood Chinese stools with the porcelain inserts. This is Corbusier LC4, signed and numbered. Nice Kerman carpet underneath it. This triple pedestal here has a really nice patina and a really nice grain. Also a good size, you can grab each other's forks from each side. On top, look at the size of these, very large. These came from Great Neck. Very large pair of Sevres, bronze mounted porcelain urns. Around the table we have 10 of these chairs. Look at the eagle heads on them. Good age on them. I don't know if they're centennial or what, but not the usual. Wonderfully carved and nice to have a set of 10. I know they're mahogany and people aren't overly discussing mahogany, but there you go. This is very, very much in the style of Gallet. Once again, couldn't find a signature, but this is very apropos for Gallet. This inlay here has the marble top. One drawer. Sling it over here. We have, this is a Ralph Lauren dining room set here. We have the sideboard, the table, chairs. This is a nice looking lamp. It's wisteria, and we couldn't find a signature on it, but it's very heavy, good age on it. Over here, this is another piece of the Edmund Spence. This is the long dresser. On top of it, we have this beautiful Trumeau mirror, nicely hand painted there. Here I'm holding a frizz. This, I believe, is from the Biltmore Hotel. This is bronze. Look at all the Art Nouveau ladies and the urns splaying flowers. Nice long piece. So this is great decoration for any loft or home or whatever. Here we have the Edmund Spence high dresser. I'm focusing on this because it's actually quite rare to get all the pieces. Wonderful bronze little table here, bronze base. Here, cheval mirror, Victorian. Waving my hand there because Chip is standing in the back room. Okay, in the back room, once again, we're not going to go into it, but it is loaded, so you should really come up here and view the sale. We have 4 days of viewing, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Screens, etagères, beautiful pair of hardwood Chinese cabinets over. This screen here is a 4-panel screen, it is by Gracie New York. Over here we have Stickley Audi. As you can see, abstract sculptures. We have this wonderful 3-piece coffee table with a surtout de table type top on it. We have antique armoires, needlepoint chairs. Okay, we're getting near the home run now, Steve. This is a great looking little Saint Louis XV style, came from New Rochelle. Here we have a nice paint decorated, full finished 19th century commode there, but great shapes on it, nice big size. We have the Steinway piano. Unfortunately, it's as is, so it does need a lot of work, whoever's buying it. We have paisley fabrics under there. We have this wonderful Italian table, as is, but a great finely carved Italian table. Look at the legs all carved. It probably was gilded at one stage in its life. Marble insert on it. French chairs, Syrian style trunks, Japanese screens. Okay, and in the smalls over here, look, we've got lots of Baccarat. We have Waterford glass, loads and loads of stuff. So why don't you visit www.clarkeny.com. We are on 3 live internet platforms, so no excuse for not being here. I hope everyone is staying well throughout all this COVID stuff. Get through the winter. We'll see you for the previews and hopefully see you at the auction. Thank you.
Hi, and welcome to the November 8th preview of Asian Arts. We're going to start here with this beautiful signed landscape enamel decorated porcelain plaque, framed. It is signed here, wonderful, at 300 to 500. We have this Chinese Fami rose bowl. Flipping it upside down because it's easier to see the decoration. So we have this beautiful floral decoration and this unusual signature to the underside. This is estimated also at 300 to 500. We have this pair of plaques, and many people were asking for images of the underside, so there are now images included of the underside of this one with the snail. This one, however, is glued down on the board and we don't want to risk breaking it, so we're not removing it. But these 2 beautiful circular enamel decorated Chinese plaques are estimated at 400 to 600. One with a butterfly, one with a snail. The frames are worse for wear, but it's the plaques that are really valuable here. And so then we have this wonderful guan glazed blue brush pot. It is wonderful. It has a nice age to it, and this is estimated at 800 to 1200. I'm sorry. Okay, and here we have this wonderful multi-bead jade and quartz necklace, graduated beads of jade and quartz, and then we have this cylindrical bead that I believe was originally the portion of a fly whisk. This is estimated at 300 to 500. We have this wonderful, from one of our Walk-in Wednesday appraisal days, this is a carved salmon coral figure of a warrior with a little foo dog. He's wonderful, beautifully carved, beautiful color variations in the coral, and this is estimated at 1,000 to 1,500 in good condition. And we have this pair of Fami Rose Chinese vases, enamel decorated with roosters and flowers, flora. I believe there's some Ling Zi on here, and these are estimated at 400 to 600. They are stamped to the underside, and these came out of a New Jersey estate. We have this signed lounging Happy Buddha. He's got a little something in his hand and something else in his other hand. He is stamped to the underside, so there's a signature there, and he is estimated at 400 to 600. We have this 19th century cloisonné vase, really quite nice with the blue ground and the enamel work in yellows and light greens and green and reds. This is estimated at 400 to 600. We have this black glazed early Chinese vase. Some old stickers to the bottom, and this is estimated at 300 to 500. We have these two signed geisha girls. So we have this one kind of blanc de chine with some enamel or paint decoration and gilding to it, and then this seated guanyin with enamel decoration, and each are signed to the underside. Images are available on our website. We have this pair of cherry amber foo dogs. So nice carved foo dogs on stands, estimated at 400 to 600. We have this Mei Ping Chinese Republic peach blossom vase, really beautiful. So there's the underglaze that's really quite nice in blue and white, and then the peaches and the flower decorations with additional enamel work. If you take a look at the underside here, it is nicely marked, and this is estimated at 2,000 to 3,000. Beautiful Famille Verte lamp. So this was originally a ginger jar, and then it was later drilled as a lamp, but it's beautiful with these trees with the cherry blossoms and the floral decoration, really nice enamel work. We have this group of loose prints. This is probably the oldest of the grouping and the nicest. So we have this shrimp, and it is signed, and it is a fan form. We have this landscape with people. Another really old piece here is this bird and a single tree, the signature here. And then last but not least, another landscape. So if you take a look at this one. So really quite nice, and these four pieces are all together. You just put them back. Take another quick look at this guy because I really quite like him. Very sweet. Okay, so this is a Qilin censer. And he is quite nice, bronze. This is probably Ming. His head does come off because he's an incense burner. His tail, unfortunately, is missing, but he's quite nice, quite heavy, and really quite nice condition, and really well executed. He's quite sweet, really. Handsome guy. We have these three Famille Verte Chinese jardinières. So you can take a look here. They're really quite nice with the flower decoration, a blue ground to each of these, but varying scenes. And these three pieces together are estimated at 2,000 to 3,000. So we have this pair of really beautiful Famille Verte vases, unusual with the decoration here with the striations. They're really just so well executed. So we have flowers and insects. And then we have pheasants, really beautiful, the pair with the carved base and the carved lids. Take a look at the underside, you can see the indication of age here. So they have nice age to them, and they're really beautiful. So not only good age, but also aesthetically pleasing. And these are estimated at 2,000 to 3,000. We have this pair of Famille Rose vases, again, nice size, beautifully executed with the flower work here. So really nice floral enamel work. And here is the underside with the signature. And next up we have a grouping of Yoshida prints. So this is single, so this is Toshi Yoshida. And so this is one woodblock print. And the remainder are all by Hiroshi Yoshida. And they are all titled, so this is Evening in Nora, I believe. And all original signed woodblock prints. Next one here, just so you can get a look. And these are all, this is titled Three Little Islands. These are all grouped together at 1,000 to 1,500. Again, Hiroshi Yoshida woodblock print. This is titled Farmhouse. And last but not least, of course, they're all upside down, I apologize, Hiroshi Yoshida. And this is another beautiful woodblock print, and all are together from Dobbsbury, and they are estimated at 1,000 to 1,500. This is one of two, so these are garden stools, barrel foam garden stools, and they have inset Famille Verte porcelain plaques of figures and horses, and they are quite nice at 400 to 600. One of my favorite lots in the Asian department grouping this time around are these pair of Meiji bronze elephant head bookends. I just think that they're so handsome. You know, of course they have good weight for them. They're Japanese Meiji bronze. They are signed, so each elephant is signed to the back of their head. But there's just such nice variation in texture. So there's polished portions and then this textural finish, and they're really just great quality. Really beautiful bookends at $400 to $600. Out of the same estate as our circular porcelain plaques that are currently, a portion of them are unframed, are these garden seats. The consignor told us that they were from his grandparents. So beautiful porcelain barrel form garden seats with enamel decoration throughout, flowers, and then we have these reticulated portions, some birds. These pair together are estimated at $600 to $900. This is one of our 18th or 19th century tankas in this sale. It may be a medicine Buddha. I'm not really sure about the identification of this piece, but it's of a smaller size and it's been later mounted as a wall hanging. And this is estimated at $400 to $600. And beneath it reveals a rectangular lacquered box with inset cloisonne panels. So you can see these beautiful inset panels here, which are really quite nice. And then it opens and of course is lacquered on the interior. And this is estimated at $300 to $500. And then another tanka in this sale. So this is 19th century. It's a bodhisattva and it's a standing female figure, and then she's holding this kind of crescent moon with a rabbit. And she is also estimated at $400 to $600, but wonderful flame. The colors are really still very nice. And again, this was later mounted as a wall hanging. And then one of our framed pieces in the sale. So this is a framed and mounted landscape scroll. It is signed in lower right and it's just beautifully done. And this came from a woman whose family, they worked in China and Japan, and this was something that they brought back, and I just think it has a nice look to it. And then last but not least, this is one of 4 dreamstone panels. So there's an additional 3 to this, so it's a total of 4. And these are the dreamstones that they would hang on their wall, and when they took opium, they would look at these rocks and, you know, I guess dream about something. But these 4 panels are estimated at $400 to $600. And that wraps it up for the Asian items at our November 8th auction. We hope to see you there.
Hi, Will Schweller here. I'd like to showcase some of the highlight fine art lots in Clarke Auction's November 8th sale, starting with this lovely painting of a ship by the Danish-born American painter Antonio Jacobsen. The work's an oil on canvas coming out of a Long Island collection, and I believe the ship is titled Surf. It's a nice steamship with sails. I'm from Ohio and not super up on my boats, but this work is from 1901 and has a $3,000 to $5,000 estimate. Jacobsen is really one of the masters of American boat painting. Above it we have a nice oil on panel portrait with really excellent jewelry and fabric work by the Belgian painter Jan Frederick Peter Portelige. This comes out of a separate Long Island collection and has a $2,000 to $3,000 estimate. Great 19th century European portrait. Shifting gears a bit, we have a late career lithograph by Marc Chagall. This piece, titled Tenderness, comes out of a Peekskill collection and is a classic Chagall lithograph, featuring a lot of the sort of surreal imagery that he draws on, floral still life. His pencil signed by the artist, number 28 from an edition of 50. Comes with a $5,000 to $7,000 estimate. Above it we have a really marvelous screen print, etching, and aqua tint by Romar Bearden, titled Out Chorus. Bearden is one of the sort of most important African-American mid-century artists, known for his work in prints, but also collage, which I think you see sort of communicated here in this piece, depicting a jazz band in sort of full tilt, but kind of using various techniques to depict the players. Bearden was quite connected with the jazz world, counted Duke Ellington as a friend, and this is just an excellent piece. It's in the collection at the Smithsonian. It comes out of a local Larchmont collection just up the road. It has a $2,000 to $3,000 estimate. Next to it, we have probably my favorite painting in the sale, a still life by the American painter Warren Brandt. This work's from 1975 and is titled Still Life with a Striped Pillow. And it's just like a real barrage of color and pattern. It's a very dramatic piece, one that I kind of found myself really just drawn to stare at. I love the sort of contrasting fabrics here that kind of warp the perspective, make you a little bit of unsure what you're looking at, sort of Matissean in a way, or almost like a German expressionist technique, but this is very much post-war American figurative painting. Comes out of a New York collection with a $1,000 to $1,500 estimate, and is one of the 4 Brandt paintings that we have in this sale. Next to it, we have 2 other 80s lithographs by Chagall. This particular piece titled Village Elan Rouge. Again, pencil sign lower right, number 25 from an edition of 50. Like that other Chagall, this is from a Peekskill collection and has a $5,000 to $7,000 estimate. And above it is the 3rd Chagall lithograph, also late career, pencil signed from an edition of 50 and from the same Peekskill collection. This work is titled At the Dawn of Love. I think it might be a self-portrait of Chagall with a red rooster that's such an iconic image in his body of work, and it also has a $5,000 to $7,000 estimate. Here from the same Long Island collection is the Jacobson. We have a second ship painting, this by Alicia Taylor Baker, who's one of the luminaries of American boat painting. If you just look at the details of the figures on the boats, there are sailboats off in the distance. This is really a masterful painting. There are some sailing flags flying. I'm afraid I don't know my sailing flags, so I can't tell you what they are, but I'm sure there are viewers who know. This work has a $2,000 to $3,000 estimate. Above it, we have a charming sort of Art Deco nude, signed A. Toro. This comes from a different Long Island collection and has an $8,000 to $1,200 estimate. So, charming little painting. Here on this wall, we have a mixed media on canvas by the late African-American painter Francis Sprout. This work's from 2001 and is titled Cultural Confluence. And here we see Sprout, depicting an African mask and framed with these sort of tiles. In a lot of Sprout's late work in the early 2000s, late 90s, he was pairing African masks with more abstract art, sort of touching on the role that African masks and sculpture played in influencing modern painting. I mean, Picasso quite famously looked to African masks. In a lot of his work, you often see African masks hanging in collections next to contemporary painting. The set of Fraser is a great example of that. This work comes out of a local collection. It was one of the few works by Sprout to come on the market. Swan at the beginning of the year sold a painting of his sort of setting the tone that we're hoping to follow with a $4,000 to $6,000 estimate. Popping to the other wall of the gallery, we have a painting by an artist that we handle here quite frequently at Clarke, Adji Junkers. This work is titled A Mobile Sun 3 and is from 1977 and sees Junkers really channeling Rothko with just this monumental black square in the field of more burgundy with sort of lighter gray patches. It's a very moody work, sort of one that inspires a lot of contemplation. Junkers knew Rothko at the end of Rothko's life and is so clearly influenced by him here. This comes out of a local collection from Pelham, I believe, and has a $1,500 to $2,500 estimate. Marvelous work. From another New York collection here, we have an oil on canvas by the American painter Robert Kipnis. Kipnis is most known for his really atmospheric, almost hazy, moody landscapes, both in painting and print. This here, obviously, an oil on canvas. I think just a tremendously calming painting. Sort of a winter landscape of barns. It has a $1,500 to $2,500 estimate. This here is an oil on board painting by the American artist Lauren Speck. Speck is probably best known for his still lifes of southwestern native pottery, but here we have him depicting a Chinese cloisonné censer, some grapes, a peach, and a Persian rug. This work comes out of a Chappaqua collection. And it's just really, spectacularly detailed. You really get the jeweled effect of the cloisonné enamel work there. It's communicated quite well being on board. And the work has a $3,000 to $5,000 estimate. Above it, we can just briefly touch on this enamel panel. Portrait of a woman done on enamel, signed De La Fontaine. Rather charming, and I'm always impressed with what folks are able to do in enamel as a medium. This piece has a $3,000 to $500 estimate. Which brings us to one of the highlight lots of the sale, without a doubt. This 1958 oil on canvas by Byron Brown, titled Solares. It's pretty late for Brown. He passed away in '61, this being from 1958. Shows him working in fully abstract mode, sort of drawing on abstract expressionism. A lot of his early work is more modernist, but this is quite like one of the paintings we sold in our last sale by him, featuring really dramatic brushwork. I almost feel as if this sort of peach tone that kind of borders the painting is really constraining the chaos of the center of the piece. There's a sort of push-pull there. It's really lovely. It comes out of a New York City collection, the same collection as the two Byron Browns that we sold last month. And this work has a $6,000 to $9,000 estimate. Really marvelous painting. To its left, we have a nice color etching in aqua tint by the artist Betty Saar. Saar, like Bearden, is one of the preeminent 20th century African American artists, someone whose work is really sort of rightfully getting the attention it deserves in the past few years. She's most known for her sort of like collage and assemblage work, but early in her career worked in prints. This here is To Catch a Unicorn from 1960, showing a woman next to a unicorn with moon and sun, very much touching on sort of spiritual imagery. This is something you see a lot in Saar's early work. This particular etching is in the collection of the MoMA and comes to us from a Bronx collection. We have a $2,000 to $3,000 estimate on it. It's a really exciting piece. And below it we have a pastel by the Russian artist Ernst, and I apologize because I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation of this, Nizhevetsky, who worked in the Soviet Union but then also worked in the States in the latter half of the 20th century. As a sculptor, painter, and drawer here, really sort of grotesque imagery. Here we have a centaur presumably raping a woman. It's titled on the back Centaur in Sabine, but I think the sort of more mythologically correct narrative would be like the centaurs and lapiths. The work has an $800 to $1,200 estimate and comes with a book on Nowitzki by Eric Egland that features a little illustration and a signature of the artist. It comes out of a New Jersey collection. And lastly, in this front gallery, we have a screen print by the American artist, Steve Pileski. This work is titled Quiquag Tondo. It's from the 1970s and has a $400 to $600 estimate. Almost, looks purely abstract, but I think if you take a step away, you realize it's a coastal landscape. Really beautiful piece. Going to move through the main gallery here pretty quickly just to try and give you a sense of what's in the sale, starting with this Charles Hinman-shaped canvas piece from 1983 Surveyor that has a $4,000 to $6,000 estimate. It's a really great example of Hinman's work. Above it we have an oil on canvas by Robin Morris of the Eustace Tilley, the New Yorker's sort of mascot figure. And moving down the wall we have several lots of prints by Dali, a few signed posters by Lichtenstein. Here is a grouping of 3 woodcuts from the Divine Comedy. To their right, we have a pair of lino cuts, each a separate lot, by Picasso, his exhibition from Valuris, 1954 on the top and 1955 on the bottom, both signed. Another Robin Morris work from the same collection, this of a woman with sort of an applied high-heeled shoe, flanked on either side by scenes depicting China. We have signed posters by Christo in the sale. This is one of 3 depicting umbrellas. Below it, an ink on paper by Leonard Baskin. On the other side of the Baskin, we have the second of the 2 large landscapes by Brandt. This one, again, featuring just tremendous textile work. Above it, another Dali print, and above that, a nice Piranesi engraving. Followed by the 2 figural paintings by Brandt, each a separate lot, and below it a nice Cézanne print in a beautiful Victorian frame. We have a poster by Keith Haring from the Montreux Jazz Fest in 1983, and below it another signed Lichtenstein poster. The paintings above the Lichtenstein are grouped together as one lot. They're by the American painter Nick DeAngelis, really sort of machine age stuff, very fascinating work. And here we have a couple landscapes, one of the Seine at a high flood in the early part of the 20th century. You see sort of policemen on boats. Below it, a painting of the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem. And below that, an unsigned, but I think quite nice Chinese landscape. On this wall here, we have a pair of watercolors by Gasser, grouped together, both of California hills. And above it, a nice oil on board by John Carlin, depicting some figures picnicking. And then above that, two unsigned portraits, one presumably Dutch and the other possibly of a Chinese school. A gentleman with a really fabulous mustache. And to the right of that, if you're able to see, we have sort of a Middle Eastern scene of figures with camels by the American painter Lebduska. And below it, a pair of probably 18th century European paintings depicting what we believe to be tax collectors, figures documenting the milk that's coming out of a cow. On this wall here, I'd like to stop just for a second and talk about a large grouping of paintings that we have in the sale. The first 17 lots of this auction are all of these 19th century European oils on canvas depicting the Spanish Inquisition. So they sort of fall into two categories. Some of them, like this work here, depict processions, sort of in the great tradition of Renaissance processional painting. We have all the figures bearing muskets, great costume work, really sort of highlighting the dress of the period. And then those are sort of contrasted with these really quite challenging works depicting torture. So here we have figures being whipped. There are also scenes of crucifixion, some folks being dismembered. All of these are photographed in quite good detail on our catalog. So like I said, they're the first 17 lots. I highly recommend that you check them out. We believe that they're Belgian. They come from a Connecticut collection, and each work is estimated $800 to $1,200. In sort of a totally different vein here, we have a rather lovely still life by the German-born American-based painter Peter Baumgras. Most of his work, is pretty standard still life fare with fruits and flowers, but this I'm quite drawn to because it's sort of seashells. I think, you look at this, I believe it's abalone, really great job capturing the iridescence of the shell there. And then above it we have another still life painting. Sort of moving along, we have a pair of scenes from Venice. And then one of the 5 groupings of watercolors by Cus Vidal depicting New York City. And on the other side of this piece of furniture, we have another pairing of Cus Vidal watercolors, again depicting New York. Some nice 19th century European genre paintings, sort of depicting various stratas of the European social order. Then here we have a rather lovely still life by the German painter Franz Heckendorf. Sorry for moving so quickly here, folks. Depicting what's either like a Santos figure or possibly some sort of Buddha sculpture with flowers, a candelabra, and some books, really vibrant color from the 20s. We have here 2 more of those Inquisition scenes. Again, another processional, this time sort of depicting figures, and then here we have a public torture scene, figures being forced to kiss a cross. Just as we slide along the wall here, we have Suzanne Humbert paintings. We have 2 oils on board and an unsigned painting of a woman in a rather nice ceremonial dress there. In the corner, we have an unsigned 19th century portrait of a mother and daughter, a bit as is, but with some nice fabric work, especially in the collars of the women's dresses. And above it, a 17th century European painting of Saint Jerome. A little bit dark, but I think with the cleaning could really shine as a nice Baroque painting. Saint Jerome there in the lower left. Above this mirror, we have a painting by the painter Tony Kogel, depicting 2 nude women in a seder sitting on the coast. Flanked by more Cus Vidal New York scenes. Here, sort of all important places regarding George Washington. We have the Francis Tavern, and up top, the Washington Square Arch in the Village. I'd like to wrap up here with this portrait, an Italian painting, presumably 16th century, maybe 17th century, Unsigned, like the St. Jerome painting, a bit dark, though cleaning would certainly highlight a lot of the textile work as well as some of the background. I think my catalog photographs illustrate that. But the details that really stand out to me in this portrait, which is fairly mannerist, are this hand here and its sort of strange pose. And in particular, the just slight hint of a bracelet, which I think is a really nice detail you don't always see in these portraits. As always, this was just scratching the surface of the sale. We have over 100 fine art lots in this auction, which is going to be again at November 8th at 10 in the morning. Please do check out our online catalog, and while you're at it, take a look at our December 6th sale, which we're already starting to put together. Thanks.
Hi, and welcome to the Jewelry and Silver preview for our November 8th auction. I'm going to start here with this beautiful Chinese enamel decorated silver fish, beautifully articulated, a nice filigree work to the tail. This is estimated at $300 to $500. A Continental 800 silver hand hammered bowl. Nice form, but what's really beautiful are these nude female forms to the handle. Again, estimated at $300 to $500. Here we have a 3-piece WMF garniture set, Art Nouveau style, really beautiful, in good condition with these nice figures here. And the center garniture is also quite beautiful, and I actually have it backwards, I apologize. So here is the front with this beautiful couple, and what's really nice is that it comes with a copy of the original advertisement for this piece. So it's number 85 and 185, and it's called a flower set, and it's really quite nice. Here we have this French gilt silver decanter set, really beautiful bamboo form handles, open work design to the silver, gilt silver work, all pieces together really quite nice. A grouping of Mexican sterling birds with hardstone bodies. So if you see, each of the bodies are these kind of hardstone eggs, and all of these pieces together at $300 to $500. We have a wonderful collection of Viennese or Austrian enameled items. So this one is stamped for silver. So this is a beautiful Viennese enamel decorated harp, wonderful bird, and look at this little great face here. He's wonderful, and this is estimated at $300 to $500. These two pieces are together, these miniatures, again, Viennese or Austrian enamel decorated clock with the clock on stand in the form of a painting on easel. We have this enamel decorated Neff ship. So really beautiful. I mean, the craftsmanship is just so wonderful on all of these miniatures. And then it's accompanied by this garniture, or cornucopia, I'm sorry. So it's these two together, and this does lift off with a little cupid or putti-form finial. Those two are together. This cup is actually in a grouping of other cups that are not quite as nice as these. So again, this is Austrian enamel decorated cup and saucer. This is all by itself. So this is an individual lot, and this is an Austrian jewelry box or jewelry casket, and the doors open and there is enamel decoration to the interior. Each side is enamel decorated, really, really beautiful. This came in one of our Walk-in Wednesday days. And then last but not least for our Austrian items are these two vanity boxes. So we have this box with the courting couple, and then this really wonderful box with the enamel decoration to the exterior. But what's really nice is it opens to reveal even more enamel decoration, and it's really quite nice. Those two boxes together at $400 to $600. We have this small Russian silver box with a genre scene to the cover. I believe that this is an emerald cabochon closure. Opens up, stamped to the interior, quite nice. A two-piece 800 silver, continental silver box set. So we have the match strike and then this hinged box. A pair of Christoffel silver plate candelabra. So really beautiful, fully marked. What's really nice is this finial. Just the design to these pieces, they're really wonderful. And these two together at $800 to $1,200. So out of a local Scarsdale estate, we have this just little nice sterling tableware set. So this is a pedestal bowl, but just nice detailing to the craftsmanship. So this beading to the stem of the bowl. And then we have this pair of candlesticks that's in the style of, it's very George Jensen, very mid-century Danish design to it. We have this grouping of serving pieces. Some of these are Reed and Barton, some of them are in the style of, but if you just look at the wonderful handles here, really quite nice. And we have, again, this pair of WMF decanters or pitchers. So again, the beautiful Art Nouveau style. So the lids lift up, they are hinged, floral decoration to the footed base, and they are marked to the underside. And this is a wonderful continental silver easel back mirror. So really beautiful, nice openwork design to the crown here, and then the openwork feet, the easel back, really wonderful at $400 to $600. This is an 800 silver center bowl, but what's really nice are these tall pole feet. So it's an unusual design, really quite nice. It's beautiful with the floral swags here, openwork detailing, really beautiful and in good condition. This is a Tiffany & Company Flemish sterling flatware service. So really nice, Tiffany, ever popular Tiffany. And this is estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. And here we have the Wallace Grand Baroque. Really nice, a very large service, many pieces. I believe this is a service for 24, so it's larger than most sets. And this is estimated at $2,000 to $3,000. And we will move on to one of the stars of the show. This is a wonderful 24 karat gold filigree vase, and it's decorated with birds and foliate. There's some lily pads. It is signed by the maker, who is still practicing, still making wonderful items, very decorative in beautiful condition. It is stamped to the interior and to the underside, and this is estimated at $12,000 to $15,000. Here's a grouping of wonderful enamel decorated pillboxes. So some are sterling, some are English, and some are continental silver. These two are particularly beautiful with the kind of monotone color variations. And then we have two gouache enamel, and these are estimated at $300 to $500. We have a pair of continental silver, sterling, and gilt silver hinged boxes. So really wonderful. I mean, the craftsmanship is just really nice. We have the inch and turn design, and then the polished gilt bands. And one of our diamonds in the sale, and we have a few diamonds. Some are actually still at GIA, including a nearly 3 karat old European cut that will be back next week. But this is a 2.02 karat G color SI2 solitaire diamond in a raised prong setting, and this is estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. Here we have a nice gold coin in the sale, estimated at $600 to $900. We have a 14 karat gold snake ring with the enamel decoration, really quite nice. He is in good condition at $400 to $600, 18 karat gold. We have a 3-piece Paloma Picasso for Tiffany suite with a Tiffany & Company sterling moonform brooch. We have a grouping of Stephen Dweck jewelry in this sale. So this is one necklace that is individually allotted at $300 to $500, but we have a second lot of 2 necklaces that are allotted together, and then a grouping of rings and earrings. And this is out of a Bedford Hills estate. We have a Bulgari 18 karat yellow gold brooch, and you can see here that there are emerald cabochons to each ball form pendant. It's really quite beautiful, a nice modernist look to it. And this is 18 karat gold, all stamped verso, and it's estimated at $1,500 to $2,500. Just in on our Walk-in Wednesday appraisal days, we have this 4-piece suite of 14 karat gold. So we have the 2 hinged bracelets and this pair of earrings. This is a 4-piece suite, really wonderful. So lots of diamond weight, enamel decorated, and it's just stunning. So we have this bracelet with the black enamel work and the round brilliant cut diamonds, a near matched ring, which is really quite sweet. And then we have this pair of earrings, and these diamonds measure about ½ a carat each. And this suite is estimated at $2,000 to $3,000. We have this wonderful diamond bypass form ring with the 2 old European cut diamonds with the full cut diamond accents. One of my favorite lots in the sale is actually this little sweet ring. So it's 14 karat rose gold with rubies, and it's a heart with an arrow going through it, and this is estimated at $300 to $500, really quite nice in rose gold. A men's diamond ring, 14 karat gold with the 2 stacked round brilliant cut diamonds. We have this 18 karat gold ruby and diamond ring at $300 to $500. We have this marquee cut diamond, and it does come with the fitted band, so it fits quite nicely here, so it's the wedding suite. And then here we have this wonderful diamond ring flanked by the tapered baguettes, and it is set in platinum, so a really beautiful, beautiful piece here at 8 to 1200. And here we have a little Art Deco filigree ring with the center diamond flanked by sapphires. Moving on to the Southwest Suite. So we have the Heshy beaded necklaces, we have the cross pendant, turquoise, these are Taxco. These are wonderful, these drop earrings. We have some men's rings, these are really quite nice. Men's turquoise rings, and then we have these two just bangle bracelets with the turquoise. This is lot in the sale comes with a jewelry box, so it's a jewelry box and 4 rings. This is really quite nice. So it's malachite and carved bone. We have angel skin coral, we have pearls and sapphires, and we have amethyst, and it comes in this jewelry casket. We have this petit point purse with the 14 karat gold purse frame and the carved coral closure. So here we have another petit point purse. This one is actually Tiffany & Company with the sterling purse frame. So we have this beautiful scene here, and then verso a garden scene. And also Tiffany & Company, we have this micro beaded purse with the tassels, 14 karat gold purse frame with the purse handle, and then also the sapphire cabochon closures. Really quite nice, estimated at 400 to 600. Moving on to some additional jewelry, we have these 2 sterling Italian necklaces with 18 karat gold accents, one with an amethyst and one with an intaglio. These 2 together at 500 to 700, but these are a great look. We have these pair of Portuguese 800 gold cufflinks, a great modernist look to them, and the 800 gold is equivalent to approximately 19 karat gold, so it's a nice heavy gold weight. This is a men's 14 karat gold ring, prong set Central Old European cut diamond in an oval form, and it's really quite beautiful. I like this ring. The diamond, it really has a lot of brilliance and fire to it. Here is a custom men's 14 karat gold ring with the central polished rectangular tiger's eye pendant. Really heavy gold work with a wonderful textured finish. And here we have an Indian or Mughal style multi-gem, multi-strand necklace. This looks great on, and this is estimated at 300 to 500. And it does have an adjustable length. Here we have a men's 10 karat gold rope twist bracelet. Really nice in this sale. Great holiday gift. And then this is one of my favorite lots in the sale. This is a platinum round brilliant cut diamond heart on a 14 karat gold chain. But I mean, look at these diamonds. They're beautiful. Really, really nice brilliance to them. Here's a 14 karat gold chain with an 1896 British sovereign mounted in 14 karat yellow gold. Really nice at 800 to 1200. Carved angel skin coral brooch of a chrysanthemum and a basket of flowers. Here we have a pair of Hermes gold tone and enamel decorated nautical ear clips. 3 bracelets, so we have the multi-strand pearl mounted in 14 karat gold, a 14 karat gold herringbone, and then this articulated 18 karat gold, bracelet with the Florentine finish and etched X's. Here we have 2 men's watches, so we have the Lucien Picard 18 karat gold and the Longines 14 karat gold on a Kisselstein watch band. Moving on to this watch here, so this is a Michael Anthony 14 karat gold watch with the diamonds and a guilloche enamel face. If we can just get this out here, it's really a handsome watch, and it does come with multiple watch bands, so that is also a nice feature. We have these 3 watches together, so we have this 14 karat gold watch, we have this Cartier gilt silver tank watch, and then this is a Bulgari New York watch. This is really handsome. I like this watch. We have a Rolex 14 karat oyster out of a Purchase New York, and it is in working order, which is nice, although all watches are sold as is. We have this International Watch Company watch. We have a Longines, we have a Le Coultre, we have this beautiful bicolor 18 karat gold Audemars. I mean, this is a really handsome watch and unusual with the gray guilloche enamel watch dial. We have a Vacheron Constantine. Again, this is wonderful. An unusual rectangular form watch face with the rounded edges and the mesh finish to the gold work. This is 1,000 to 1,500. We have this Longines watch, 14 karat gold with the black dial. We have this vintage Chanel purse with the jeweled closure and the gold tone to the handle. And this is circa 1991, really wonderful. It does come with a certificate on the inside, so that is here. And this is estimated at $500 to $700. A really interesting lot in this sale is this custom stand, which opens to reveal. I don't know if I can open all the way with the table, but it's really quite nice. So this is all 800 silver. So we have a tea service with demi-tasse cups on this little silver mounted tray. We have the decanters, we have the cordial set, we have the coasters in the custom stand. We have these 2 boxes with the beveled glass tops and an ashtray, and it all comes in this beautiful stand. So this is actually a 1931 Westchester County Marble Champion Trophy, and the consignor's dad was actually the winner. So there's all these nice articles. There he is right there, so cute. It has the listing of what the other surrounding towns scored, and it's really just a really nice piece of local memorabilia from Westchester County. And last but not least, we have this beautiful French silver statue de table. You can see the wonderful pierced gallery here, 4 candlesticks. There's wonderful applied floral baskets here, a wonderful addition to the sale, and it is estimated at $2,000 to $3,000, and we hope to see you on our November 8th auction.